It's terrifying.
Heartbreaking.
Overwhelming.
And disheartening.
Our world is on fire.
MAGA extremists have recently passed
more anti-LGBTQ+ state laws
than at any other time in our nation's history.
HRC has declared a national state of
emergency for LGBTQ+ people in America.
Parents of transgender children like me are forbidden from making decisions with our doctors about what's best for our kids.
These people are sick, they're deranged.
We ended up having to uproot our entire lives and move out of the state that we called home because we no longer felt safe.
It's like we have mutants living among us.
MAGA politicians are trying to push us back into the shadows.
Well, if it means erasing a community, then damn right we ought to do it.
To make us disappear.
Transgenderism must be eradicated from public life entirely.
Well, when we lost Matt 25 years ago,
Shepard was brutally attacked in 1998, tied to a fence and left to die, targeted because he was gay.
The country was largely ignorant and unaccepting of the gay community, even hateful, and we're seeing a return to that on steroids.
We must wage a war on the woke.
I feel hopeful having champions like Joe and Kamala in the White House.
A huge relief.
It's really important that we have somebody in the White House who will stand by our community.
They have our backs.
Now more than ever, we need champions like Joe and Kamala in the White House.
Immediately after taking office, they began rolling back some of Donald Trump's hateful anti-LGBTQ+ policy.
In taxpayer-funded adoption and foster care, homeless shelters.
And in medical care.
They took on discrimination disguised as religious freedom.
They overturned Trump's ban on transgender troops.
So folks like me can serve openly.
And made it easier for transgender people like me to be me.
On passports.
As a federal employee.
Or while seeing a doctor.
They took concrete steps to address the epidemic of violence against transgender people.
Joe and Kamala made it easier for LGBTQ veterans like me to collect their benefits.
Including folks unfairly discharged under Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
The president signed the Respect for Marriage Act to guarantee federal rights for same-sex couples.
And to ensure marriages are still meaningful when couples cross state lines.
Joe and Kamala expanded LGBTQ+ protections.
In education.
Housing.
Healthcare. Disaster relief.
Social security benefits.
And for survivors of domestic violence.
They fought discriminatory laws preventing transgender kids
from playing school sports.
And from getting the health care their doctors and parents agree they need.
They made historic LGBTQ+ appointments.
And returned the U.S. to its rightful place.
Advocating for LGBTQ+ rights around the world.
It's a fight we will win. The future's only going to get better. And as long as I have a breath in me, I will not be satisfied till everyone in the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community is afforded the dignity, the freedom, and the equality.
But all this progress is on the line.
In an election that will determine the fate of our democracy.
I'm afraid of what will happen if Joe and Kamala aren't reelected in 2024.
We can't let extremism once again make its way to the highest office.
Completely unhinged and unchecked.
I don't even want to imagine it.
If we take a step back, we're in big trouble.
We would have to leave this country.
Fight like hell to ensure that that never happens.
Our humanity is at stake.
Now more than ever,
we must support leaders who will defend our rights
to be who we are.
And to love who we love.
We must show up for our kids.
Our families.
And our community.
It's time.
We all have a job to do.
Get out there and vote.
Show up.
Text banking, phone banking, door knocking.
Join us.
Get involved with HRC.
It's time.
We all deserve equality.
It's time to show up for Joe and Kamala.